season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see the number 11 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Rebels will kick it away first. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Finds Zach Breeze, and he's got 4 after the 29. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road?
Breaks into the open. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Man, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
Yeah, I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
Looking for space. It's Smalls.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Quarterback making adjustments. Dropping back, it's Keller. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Guys, let's chat about Florida. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
The Gators send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. This noise is deafening, trying to keep this offense from being able to operate. The give from the gun. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Runs through the tackle. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
The give to the back. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Now they're going to throw it. Grabs it in the middle. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Nice complementary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job in the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
Bringing the heat. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Trying to get it in. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
A nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on first and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting them get outside, making the good tackle, forcing second down and goal.
These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Barrels ahead. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal, that's a win if you're on defense.
On third and goal, you can't hear yourself. Touchdown, Ole Miss. The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
This guy's an excellent route runner, and he has really good hands. You've got to. That's now his 3rd receiving touchdown. He's only played 3 games. Nobody can cover this guy up to this point of the season.
And the extra point is good. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Working that left side now. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
He'll keep it himself. Turning it on! And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
How about that option play by the quarterback at Florida? I tell you, my old coach Steve Spurrier, he didn't have that play in the playbook. Danny Werfel, Shane Matthews, myself, we weren't running that play. This guy can, though. He's got athleticism. It's a new age in Florida. When you play the QB position, you've got to be able to tote the rock.
Shakes off the defender. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to throw, it's Keller. Fires to the big fella. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he had the answer to the test right there.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. With the run on 1st and goal. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Quick pass on the jet motion. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen, but you can tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line just 1 yard shy of the goal line on 3rd down. This is a design run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Miami is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Canes fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. Always fun to see two of the game's better teams duke it out at this point of the season. A good barometer, fellas, for both coaches.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one. Oh, he's got some space. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the run. And some room to work. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Going to sling it on 2nd down. He's going to let it go. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And you see this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Works the middle. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop in a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Safe completion on the screen. Inside the 25. He's at the and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Rebels!
And that's a nice job selling it by the offense, dropping back, making it look like it's pass. That running back slipping out of the backfield, throwing in the football, getting a dynamic playmaker in space, and he says, I got this, I'll do the rest, and gets the touchdown.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Back to pass, it's Keller. Quarterback now breaking the field. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The short hands, it's Smalls. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Smalls. Breaks into the open. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen.
Not too distant future, this guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy this defense has got to be ready for.
Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun, the running back looking for room. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback making checks. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Looking downfield, it's Keller. Throws for the tight end. Got a man in the middle. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Caught in the backfield, it's Smalls. Got some room in under the goal line. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators!
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. This crowd on hand, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Dances away to buy time. Picked off. What a play to set him up. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
And it's just a bad decision by the quarterback. I get that he's outside the pocket, the play's breaking down, but you can't force it into your top receiver. If he's not open, you got to throw it away, and the defense took advantage with the interception.
He'll pull it on the read. It's a fumble on the play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
Well, the quarterback did everything right in terms of his reads on that option play. He was supposed to keep it, but he's got to do a better job of holding on to the ball. Give the defense credit for getting to him and creating the takeaway.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Extending the play. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And the Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
The offense changing the play. Looking for a man. It's Keller. Plucks it out of the air. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm there.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. It's complete to the left. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw in the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone.
Intercepted to stop the threat. Taking it the other way. The 40. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Gators will kick it off to start the second half. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half. There he goes! Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
The Rebels, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Motion from the wideout. From the shotgun, the inside kid. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Back to pass on second down. Got it behind the line. It's Fox. Still running at the 40. Lots of room to run. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Handoff from the gun. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battle.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Gators will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. On target over the middle. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Quick pass on the fly motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
He'll be run out of bounds at the 14.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Never a doubt. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. They'll run the read option to the left to start the drive. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of this QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
I tell you what, these big-bodied tight ends that can catch the football in the corner routes, it doesn't have to be a perfect throw. Usually you got littler guys, it's hard. You got to put the ball more on the money, but this big dude can just go up and get it. You just throw it near the sidelines, he'll do the rest.
He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away.
Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass. And they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Keller. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Got it in the middle, it's Smalls. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, and still on his feet. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. They've built a cushion, they've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So first down will open up the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Firing to the right, complete. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down at the 49. The Gators headed quickly to the line.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
He makes the catch. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Quick strike complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Back to throw, it's Keller. Grabbed over the middle, it's Smalls. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Trying to bull his way in. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch. Slams
ahead. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on third down?
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. He wants to throw it. Pocket breaking down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And now my mindset has to completely change. Listen, we needed points. That's over. Like, plenty of time left, over 3 minutes on the clock. I got to get me a stop, and I got to get that football back so my offense can score some points.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Now the play fake. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on 3rd down, you know he's pinning his ears back again.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet.
Turning it on. Powers through. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we could put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Jet sweep pass.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Here's the handoff. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Trying play action. Fires to the middle. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the third time. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. Just drives it between the uprights. Hold on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see what's up with that. It is so hard to stop a drive. When you force a field goal, force the field goal. Don't give them another first down. And you want that clock to run. Touchdown, Rebels! And they take it in for 6 more points. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. Started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the fourth quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Looking for a man. It's Keller. Flips it out on the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Looking to fire. He wants a big play here late. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And some guys